Never in the history of our country have we incurred so much debt so fast. Our national debt now exceeds $28 trillion. It is now at 128% of our GDP. And we are asked by the Democrat Party to add $48 billion without so much as could we have a debate in committee, so much as even a word spoken over this. We're just going to add $48 billion with no discussion. It's a huge mistake. Now, it has been alleged that, well, the thing is that the restaurants are suffering because of COVID. No, they're suffering because Democrat governors locked them down. This is a man-made phenomenon. The economic disaster that we are in, that restaurants are in, is completely and entirely caused by Democrat governors. In my state, they're suing the Democrat governor because he won't let them open up. This is a man-made phenomenon. So if you reward a man-made phenomenon, you'll get more of it. You reward Democrat governors who shut these restaurants down, guess what? They'll shut them down longer. The longer you give money to Democrat governors for their lockdown policies, the more lockdowns you'll get. We need to open up the country. We need to learn to live with this disease. As tragic as it has been, we need to learn to live with it, but the lockdowns have not worked. Closing the restaurants did not work, did not change the trajectory of this virus one iota. The only thing that is changing the trajectory of this virus now is the vaccine plus natural immunity. Closing restaurants did nothing and is doing nothing except for devastating the bottom line of restaurants.
And to reflect for a moment on the comments of the objector, the senator from Kentucky, his exact words were, "We've got to learn to live with this." Unfortunately, people are not living with this. They're getting infected and dying. And to accept the status quo and to somehow make it a partisan issue that it's the governors that are responsible for what's going on here is a sad oversimplification. In fact, it's tragic. We know what's happening. We have a new variant of this COVID-19 virus that has emerged because it is still on the loose, and it is changing by the day. We think the Delta variant is dangerous, maybe dramatically more contagious than the original virus. We know that even people who've been vaccinated can unknowingly transmit this disease, the new Delta variant, and we know that it's taken a deadly toll on 90% of the patients who were not vaccinated and were subjected to the illness that came about. I just want to say in general, I couldn't agree more with Senator Schumer and Senator Cardin that restaurants in our cities are really the lifeblood. Whether it's my hometown of Springfield, Illinois, or Chicago, which I'm on, I will tell you, these restaurants are still struggling. And as they struggle, our city struggles. And people that I know really measure where we are as an American nation recovering by the vibrancy of these restaurant businesses, the ones that are our favorites and bring us together. They've done their part. We should do our part to give them a helping hand. Let's get through this pandemic together. We certainly are not going to do it by saying that we have to accept the Delta variant and whatever else follows is just the natural course of things. We have it within our power to change that. More vaccinations and more careful use of masks and social distancing will make a difference, can make a real difference in this country. Until we come to grips with that reality, we're going to continue to face these devastating disappointments.